All right, what do you think? You think I should
call that boy?
call Soder? I don't know what the f to say to him, man.
Just call him and chat him up.
I'm nervous, dude.
You nervous to call Soder?
Yeah.
Just call him and tell him how nervous you are.
All right.
Just spill your guts.
He was talking a lot of shit last night.
Yeah, dude. Fucking set the record straight on him.
True. All right. I'm going to call him.
Hell yeah, hit him up.
Oh, my God. This is big, dude.
This is the biggest moment of our podcast.
This is huge for the cast.
Hey, buddy.
Yo.
What's up?
You're on the podcast, dude.
Oh, bro, you just throw me right in? There's no even warm line? There's no hot line?
I don't know.
Right in?
I don't know how this shit works at all.
Oh, dude, what a DIY. But when you DIY, you gotta know the rules, bro.
All right, well, you're off the podcast. I guess.
Good.
So, how's it going, man?
Good. It's going great. I'm just basking in the sun.
Nice.
Just think about my Madden victories, bro.
Oh, you still thinking about that fucking time you didn't get the ball in the entire first half?
Yeah, because you accidentally called an onside kick when I already called the timeout. So it's pretty cool that you cheated your way into that little stat.
That's nice. I made you quit in the third quarter, dude.
No, not really. I just knew that it was a bunk team.
That's a pussy-ass move.
It was a bunk team, and then I knew it was...
I was the fucking Titans.
If you're writing something and you throw a piece of paper out, it doesn't mean you failed at writing it. It just means you got to get a good start, because the next time I'll whoop your ass.
Nah, bro. You do kind of suck at Madden. For the listeners out there. For the listeners out there.
A winning record, twice as many wins as losses.
Pardon me, Dan. Pardon me. Pardon me, Dan. You're on the podcast. Pardon me. Listen, listeners.
Okay.
Dan Soder is a fucking gamer who figured out cheats in the video game Madden. And he figured out how to...
You know those cheats that they always use in the NFL called hot routes, real big cheats.
Yeah. He runs the same hot route over and over again. And it's fucking cheating.
I really... 5 and in and then a slant is really...
cheating.
You go tell all those NFL coaches, they're all a bunch of gamers.
You're a gamer, dude.
You guys don't understand.
You're a fucking gamer.
Manning, you're a nerd. You're a gamer. You don't understand football. That's why you called Omaha every play.
You're a fucking gamer, dude. You can't you cannot match my fucking football knowledge.
Your knowledge is that of an offensive lineman. You just know pushing and pulling. You don't know X's and O's. You're not a skill player like I was, Shane. I was a skill player.
You suck.
I ran routes. I caught passes. I tackled people. You're just slapping man tits with other fatsos. I know what it is.
All right, fair. So I can't really defend that without sounding like a dickhead.
Well, I'm gonna try avoiding getting stabbed by a meth head because I'm visiting my grandma in a small town that is full of them.
Oh, nice. Well, good call, dude.
Yeah, and I'm excited to, when you come to New York, I'm excited to play in UFC so I could really just whoop your ass and then go back on the podcast.
You probably have cheats in that, dude. You probably fucking leg kick or some shit the whole time.
Yeah, you're right. It's a cheat called Heavy Hands, bud.
Nah,
That's
dude.
I got.
You probably have codes.
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna beat you after I beat you a couple times. I'm gonna beat you one time, and I'm declaring it right here on the podcast. I'm not gonna throw a punch, and then I'm just gonna take you down and make you tap out.
You have fucking game genie.
That's the thing, then.
You have a game genie, dude.
You know what? That's my new name. Call me the Game Genie, because I'm just whooping your ass. I'm gonna wear one of those genie hats and those comfortable pants the next time I play you.
Oh my! I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking one punch you.
Good luck. You're not even gonna hit me, and then I'm gonna take your arm and I'm gonna snap it in half.
No, you're not.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
Is it
you throw that
powerful
punch?
interview, dude?
You throw that punch, and I'm gonna put you in an arm bar so fast that you're just gonna be like, "Oh no, you're cheating again." I'm like, "No, not really.
You probably
just threw a fucking terrible punch. There's no cheats. I'm just winning."
You do cheat in Madden. Can you admit that?
Why? By calling hot routes?
And you hurry to the fucking line, so I can't make any adjustments. It's fucking lame, dude.
Oh no! You go too fast. You go too fast to the line. Oh, let me just boom. Hey, I love the defense. Just get with it.
Fuck you, dude.
Listen, I'm a 49er fan. I'm coming off this Chip Kelly hat. You gotta run.
I gotta be honest. You sound like a dickhead on the podcast today. You showed your ass.
Oh, yeah, I know, but you know what? Dickheads win, bro. Welcome to 2017. This is Trump's America.
You showed your ass today, Soder.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going full Ric Flair on you. Woo!
All right, fuck you. It's enough of this. Fuck you. This was a mistake. This was a huge mistake.
Things off eBay I don't even need.
We lost connection.
What do you think about our guest today?
Sick.
It's pretty sick.
Big time guest.
It's kind of fucking gay.
Why?
It's the guest is gay.
Dude,
Why, dude?
I'll fight you right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Showtime's Billions Netflix special, Comedy Central special, Gaylord.
Dude, coming off a hot
Dan,
loss.
yeah, dude.
What up?
Dan Soder.
Shane and I just played NCAA college football. It's a game that we're both religious about, and you guys only have one controller here. So I took defensive duties in the first half, and then he took defensive duties in the second half, and we just got blown the fuck out by
good.
Michigan.
Not good.
We got to go back in with Notre Dame, Michigan, NCAA college football. One controller, us splitting time, co-parenting, fucking blowout.
Did you never played head to head at all?
Not an NCAA.
But I'm gonna hook I have an Xbox up in New York, so I'm gonna hook it up, and then we'll throw down.
Work.
But this is kind of a good build. It's like when Shawn Michaels turned on Marty Jannetty. Because I'm like, dude, you're holding me back. That defense was lock solid.
My defense was good.
Yeah. Who do you think?
Your defense was good.
My defense locked it down.
Neither one of our offenses did
I was
shit.
the only one that did anything on offense.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to put
I got
it
a
like
touchdown. I got one
That.
touchdown.
You got one touchdown.
We lost 24-7.
But he picked the Oregon playbook.
I picked Oregon's playbook. I like the read option.
Yeah.
I hate a read option. I
love
like a
the
nice
read
pro
option.
style or West Coast offense.
That's because you're a pro guy.
Goddamn right I am.
I'm a college man.
Yeah.
Like the option.
Yeah.
Like
It's funny,
I'm a
funny
big
how much
option
is,
guy.
yeah, there's old.
Yeah.
My only option is to run with the quarterback. Dude.
Oh, dude, you're those guys?
Get tackled in the backfield instantly.
I remember
suck.
when Michael Vick was on Madden, you just have those friends. My old college roommate Amir, he's just an idiot, and he just take Michael Vick, and the second he would hike it, he'd just run
Yeah, that's
sideways and up, and you're like, stop.
My cousin used to do it where he would just let go of the D-pad, and you would just fly by Michael Vick, and then he'd resume running, and you could never catch him.
Oh, really?
He would stop. He would freeze in the middle of the field, and you would just fly by him. He was so quick when he stops, it would throw you off.
Yeah, Michael Vick in 03,
I forget.
04.
Yeah.
That was like the cheating, the most cheating you could do in a
Oh, if you
video
picked
game.
him and just ran, you're
Yeah,
like, you're a dick, because
you're
he
the
had like
Falcons.
93 speed
Yeah,
or
he was
something.
fast as fuck.
I met a guy. I smoked a blunt with a guy that Michael Vick
Sick.
jumped over. Yeah, when he was at Virginia Tech. This dude was like, I played corner at West Virginia. The fly's on motherfucker.
There's a young fly in this room,
Just
dude.
getting
That
it busy in
he's
people's
fucking
faces.
us up.
I'm going to get it before the end of the episode.
He's all over. He just goes to whoever's talking.
Yeah, he's like, wait, shut up, bitch! I'm in your fucking mouth. Is he in my mouth? Did I swallow him?
Dude, that'd be great.
Yeah,
That would solve our problem if you killed it, if you ate it.
Fly? Someone's got to eat it.
Well, he's just kicking around.
Dude, there was
I've had
this guy.
What? Go ahead.
There was this guy who was like a strength trainer for our football team in high school, and we were at my friend's graduation party in high school, and my dad was talking to this guy, and he was a fucking lunatic. He was like always a hard ass.
Yeah.
And
The strength and conditioning coaches are always like,
Yeah.
they always wear gym shorts, thick socks, and they're just all about.
He was fucking roided out.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hard.
That's awesome.
And my dad's talking to him, and my dad's like, "This guy's a pussy." Like he sees right through all the
Yeah.
fucking like, "Hey, what's up?" And then a fly landed on him, and he killed it and ate it in front of my dad. And my dad was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And left. Anyway, I guess you got to know who.
Wait,
this
that guy
is.
ate a fly. Like
He ate a bug.
Like
the
your
first
dad was
time.
going to be like, "Will you be my dad?"
Yeah, like the first time he met my
That's
dad,
right.
he tried to be a hardo and eat a bug in front of my dad, and my dad was like, "You're a retarded guy. Why is this retarded guy eating bugs in front of me?"
Your son's in good hands. Here, flies. I gotta eat. That's just such a dumb meathead. That's like a really. It shows you like the maturity those guys have mentally when they're just like that. When
Trying
they're
to
like,
big time someone's dad by eating
Eating
a
a fly.
eating a bug in
because
front
they
of
just
him.
big time kids the whole time. That's their whole purpose. Is
true.
just to big time kids and be like,
That's true.
"What are you lifting today? Is your nuts drop yet?" You're
Dude,
like,
we had 3 different strength coaches
What?
in high school, and the first one, I think because it was a volunteer job.
oh, okay.
So these
that's
are all
even bigger psychos.
nuts. These are all
Yeah.
nuts. The first guy was this wigger
That's
that
great.
showed up.
Yo,
He had TV screens in the back of his car in the seats, and he was like, "Yo, everyone, check this out." We were all
shit,
high school
dude.
freshmen. He put porn on his,
what?
on his TV. It was like, hell yeah. And we were all like, dude, this guy's the best ever.
Dude, this guy's so cool.
He went to jail for a while.
What did he go to jail for?
I forget. I don't know. But I saw him at a bar a few years ago, and he handed me he was like, "Gillis, what's up, dude?" I was like, "Oh shit, what's going on, man?" And he handed me a business card. He was like, "I'm doing a lot of entertainment stuff. Like, if you want to," he's like, "if you need any help." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." He hands me a business card. His business card was him with a motorcycle in his living room, like holding a fucking Kawasaki with a vest.
That's the saga of every comedy show organizer. It's pretty much what happens. They get like show kids porn at high school football, get arrested, come out of jail, and they're like, all right, I'm going to run comedy shows.
I just have 2 questions just to put this story completely in perspective for me. What kind of wigger was he? Was he like grilling Paul Wall, like what up?
Not goofy.
Was he like MC
or
Search?
was he like sensual R&B wigger? Was he like, "What's up, Gillis?" Like, yo,
Damn.
this girl's just smooth. Y'all want to see this dude just fuck a chick in the back seat of my
Well, yeah, I think he could turn it on, dude, because
Yeah.
he definitely was that when he was showing us porn.
Like, yo.
He was definitely like, "Yo, y'all guys want to see something cool?" We were like, "Yeah, definitely." He was like, "Porn in my Jetta."
because that's like the cool. The more accepted wigger is the one that's like R&B smooth. Like, yo, girl, let me talk to you real quick. He's like, yo, I'm gonna show these kids some porn in my car. It's such a weird thing to be like, because the machine's not in the seat, so he's gonna go to the back and be like, "All right, disc
Yeah, he
two."
put a DVD in this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be tough to be a white dude with a grill. It's got to be a tough life.
Well, you better be Southern,
Yeah.
and you better be from the goddamn dirt.
Yeah.
If you're a white dude walking around with a grill, because then if you see that, you're like, okay, you like came up.
Grills are cool as fuck,
No,
dude.
they're not.
No.
Grills are sick.
I don't know.
No.
I stand by
It's
grills.
cool in theory,
dude.
but like if I had a like I can this hat caused me like a slight buzz of anxiety all day. If I had like diamonds in my teeth all day, I'd be like, God, I'm a fucking idiot.
That hat's cool, man.
It's pretty cool.
It's a good
You
hat.
look cool.
I don't like to accessorize. That's my thing.
Nah, me
and
neither.
a grill just seems like that would kind of throw
It's
me
been a
off.
big struggle for me.
What, accessorizing?
Now I got to start
Getting a
like,
grill, dude.
yeah, I got to get some fucking grill. I got to get
You
changed.
should get your mouth iced out.
Dude, I actually saw a guy with like a thick, like a silver bracelet, like a Cuban link. It was,
Yeah?
I went to go get my medical marijuana card yesterday, and I'm like hoping it was like a legitimate, like the dude's legit. He's getting it for me.
What'd you say? Why do you need it?
I tried to claim PTSD, and he was like, "You need papers for that." He's like, "Does your back hurt?" I was
Wait,
like,
PTSD from what?
Yeah. Fucking life, dude. Send like,
I heard that. I'm going through a tough bout right
You
now,
know what's
dude.
so funny about that, dude? If his doctor heard that exact argument, he goes, I mean, all right.
You got it. You got it. You
goes,
definitely
yeah.
have
I
it.
was like,
yes.
my back hurts. He's like, "No, for real?" I'm like, "Yeah, my back fucking hurts." So he's like, "All right, man." But he
Carrying
had-
the weight of
he
this
had the full-
conversation. He's like, what?
Yeah. He had like a super thick silver bracelet on and everything.
Dude, that's awesome. He just smells like cologne. He's all, you want
Yeah,
weed?
dude.
He goes, do you want to watch porn in the Yukon?
It's definitely after you do the comedy shows. You're like, actually, he's a doctor.
Yeah. Dude, here's the thing that you don't think about. Some shitty people can become doctors.
I think
Every
most-
time we're like, they're doctors, it's like, yes, so what?
Yeah,
They-
most people I know that became doctors and shit are shitty.
But they're just like,
They just studied. They went to school because their parents had money.
no, I know my cousin's husband's a doctor, and he's like a good guy. He's like a really good guy. But then you see other doctors, and you're like, yeah, I'd imagine that some shitty people were like,
Well,
hey,
there's-
8 years of school. I
There's
can
also
go.
got to be really
Fly,
shitty
dude.
medical schools too that
Yeah.
you can really skip.
That fly just went straight up in my
The
face.
funniest part,
That was crazy.
this place, the medical doctor's office, is located inside of an ex Wishy-Washy.
Yeah.
So
that's-
I was in a Wishy-Washy.
Is this
that
guy
I,
a doctor?
Huh?
Is he really a doctor?
I mean,
Was his
as
diploma?
far, I'll find out in 6 to 10 days when I get my card in the mail. And dude, it was in a Wishy-Washy that I know.
That you went to?
I've been there, dude.
What
I
happened?
was getting some
what happened
weird-
when you went there?
I got a massage and left, dude. As soon as the girl stroked me, I said, "Ma'am, please, this is disgusting." I walked out.
Yeah.
Just a massage.
You're a good guy. You go, stop it, not us. Come on.
Are you
What
serious?
is this?
What kind of establishment is this?
Oh, how does the Better Business Bureau know about this? You just grabbed my penis. Oh
Who's
Lord,
sick
I
of
was
you and
yeah.
reported her, dude. You should have
It's so
reported her.
funny. You go out. You go, I want to speak to a manager, dude. If you ask to speak to a manager,
Manager jerks you off.
Yeah, manager goes to blow you. You go, how do you guys work around here?
Yeah, man, that was definitely uncomfortable. Sitting in my former den of sin, dude, just being like, "Oh my god, dude, I can
Trying to get weed.
Yeah, that's basically what you're doing. You're back in a
What a great
whorehouse
building.
trying to get weed.
What a great building for you.
I know.
Made you come. Now you're getting fucking
Dude, that's
weed
your,
out of it.
That's your temple of sin.
Basically, my Narnia. It's like my Narnia, dude. I just go in there. I'm like, "What's in here now?"
They go, oh, cool. Now it's all butt plugs. You go, that's the direction it's taking? They go, it's a fucking wild ride here.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
making
just
a
going
vow.
with it.
Just whatever that building sells from now on, I'm always just going to go there.
Yeah, dude, that's
Yeah.
your Westworld.
Yeah, it is. That's the thing. Yeah. Then we'll go back and be a samurai.
Yeah, the accessorizing and the looking nice. It's gonna be rough
For what?
for me. I gotta start.
Dude, you always
start wearing
dress like a
cool
football
clothes.
coach.
Yeah, this is. I have like 4 shirts.
So now the natural progression is to get like a Miami Dolphins visor to go like full pro.
Yeah, dude. I think you should just go all the way in. Go fucking wrap around shades. Go whistle. I just say, who's ever wearing a whistle?
That'd be awesome.
She'd be like, can I help you? And you're like, yeah. She's like, do you work for a school around here? You go, I'm a comedian. She goes, are you like a coach character? You go, it's nothing to do with my acting. Don't even address it on
I
stage.
just like football a lot.
I just like football. I just kind of like have the look for it.
Get someone's attention with a whistle.
She's like, yeah, can I help you? I just want to say hi.
Oh, man.
Break down.
Break it down.
He goes, I don't know, maybe he take you for drinks? I don't know, why don't you break him down?
Break it down.
Drinks on 3. 1, 2, 3, drinks.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough struggle. It's an uphill,
what are you
it's an
gonna wear?
uphill battle, dude.
I mean,
I got a lot to change.
What's your fashion
I got
option?
so much to change. Dude.
What's your
Dude, I never-
fashion option?
Nothing. I got no options.
I've never thought I'd actually meet someone where I'm like, you're a candidate for Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Like, they could come in and they'd be like, you're their canvas they want. Heartbroken.
Really, yeah. Heartbroken? Dude, I'm not fucking heartbroken.
What?
I'm not heartbroken at all. I moved on right away.
You go, dude, I didn't even realize, I forgot that happened.
You should
Who?
go full Yeezy collection.
Yeah, you think I should use the app?
futuristic sweatpants?
Oh,
and shit?
dude, yeah, look like you just survived the zombie apocalypse. Go high fashion.
You should.
Dude, yeah.
I tried to buy one button down. I told you I was going to wear it to that show. I tried it on. I was looking in the mirror. I was like, I'm a fucking loser.
Dude, you gotta make the jump.
I was like, Bill Burr wears these.
Yeah.
Look cool. And then I was like, I'm a fucking middle. Dude, I'm not Bill Burr filming a special.
Dude, but you could start,
Get some carpenter jeans.
Yeah, dude.
Tight.
Some old Tommy Hilfigers. Fly that flag.
I think I'm just going to kill myself.
No.
Dude,
You should
fuck
go,
clothes.
You should go back
Fuck all
through,
that.
Like,
Should go robes.
What was your former?
I used to go robes. When I was real depressed in college, I was known as robe guy, dude.
What was?
For real. I had a robe. I had a West Point robe
Oh,
from
dude.
when I quit
And they're
there.
like,
And then when I quit football, I like just drank every day, like
Yeah.
hard, and I just wore that robe all around. It was
Drunk in a robe.
drunk in a
I'll
robe,
tell you, that's pure luxury.
day drinking,
Yeah.
robe.
Oh.
Didn't go to class.
Some people work their whole lives for that.
I
had
honestly quit drinking 5 years ago. The only time I've ever wanted to drink is when you just said day drinking in a robe. On like a snowy day,
Bro,
just a coffee cup full of whiskey.
day drinking when it's snowing is
It's fun.
it's the best day drink.
Yeah, because then when you go to bed, it's like 4 p.m.
yeah, you wake
Yeah,
up. You're like, I feel great.
Yeah, you wake up at like 11 p.m. and you're like, I still think I got a night.
Although the last couple times I've done that was with my ex-girlfriend, and it was so nice. It was some of the best. No, we fought every single time.
Yeah.
Every time I day drink with a girl, it's a guaranteed fight.
Hurricane Sandy, I was dating this girl that worked for the Mets, and she was like super aggressive. Like we get drunk, and she'd just like want to fight. I don't know what it was, but I wasn't drinking, and it was the relationship was great. And then Hurricane Sandy was there, and I was like, I think I'm gonna get a bottle of Jameson for this like hurricane.
Yeah.
Dude, I walked home in a hurricane because her and I were fighting, and she lived like 3 blocks
damn.
away from me, and I was like, I'd rather go home. Dude, that was when I was running my North Carolina dynasty
Oh,
on
nice.
NCAA. And I was like, I took a bottle, and I was like, I'd rather go fucking dry off and play NCAA for the next 8 hours than deal with your shit. And I
You
walked
got
home.
in
It was-
Hell yeah.
So you guys were just cool, got drunk in an apartment and battled.
yeah, so it was like the storm was coming. The storm was coming. We went to the liquor store, got beers. I bought a fucking liter of Jameson. And I was like, I think I was doing Jameson and ginger ales. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get some ginger ale.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to her house. The storm's hitting.
Just
We
in
start
time for you
drinking.
guys to start fighting.
Dude, we were smoking a cigarette. She said something about the screen door not shut, and I was like, I don't know. And then it was like 2 fucking dogs walking in. Fucking, dude, we're just yelling at each other, and I'm like, what is this? What the hell happened? And she's like, I don't fucking know, but I don't like you right now. And I'm like, I'm going to go home and play NCAA. She's like, why don't you fucking do that?
Dude.
If you'd rather walk through a
Oh,
storm
my God.
to play a video game. And I was like, that's exactly what I'd rather do.
Exactly right.
And by the way, when I was
We got
peeling my-
Clemson coming to town this week. It's an ACC showdown.
when I was peeling my clothes off back at home, I was like, dude, I got like 16 hours to play NCAA. This is the greatest.
Yeah. Chicks
Yeah.
don't like the angry storm off either.
I didn't
like
angry storm.
resurrects like some. Well, you.
I
walk
called
out.
it. Yeah. I was just like, I'll
I'm
do
leaving.
it. And she goes, you're going to do it? And I was like, I'm going to do it. And I grabbed the bottle and walked out. It was, yeah,
Power move. If you get in a fight, storm out, slam the door.
don't come back.
Wait like 48 hours, dude. You come back, but just don't ever apologize. Just be like,
I had an ex-girlfriend.
feeling better?
I had an
Come back.
ex-girlfriend.
They'll come back. They'll
I
come
had an
back
ex-girlfriend
inside.
pull really hot girl. I've been trying to say this. I've been saying this on stage, but it hasn't been working. But that like really hot girls have the same energy as really tough guys. Where they're really
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's
What
insane.
What are you gonna fucking do about it?" And
Dude,
you're
they
like,
do that to strangers. Like
Yeah.
a hot chick will
yeah.
talk to me after a show, and I'll be like, "Do you want a drink?" And they'll be like, "No." Why would I want a fucking drink? I'm like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, that's what tough guys do. They go, "You got a problem, man?" And you're like, I don't know. Do I?
Hot chicks that hot have an invisible army of dudes who would like do anything to fuck them.
Dude,
so
there
it's
was
like 1 second. All you got to be is like help, and some guys will punch you in the
Some guys
face.
raining down on you.
You're just getting fucking blitzkrieged by the entire bar because she made a damsel in distress face.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, just taking ear shots. God, I gotta cover my ears. There was this dude that was like friends with my ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
She was
God.
hot. Yeah,
I'm
she was-
pissed already, dude. You're triggering the fuck out of me right now, dude.
I fucking hate this.
Because I know some people make friends doing their hobbies, and they end up breaking your fucking heart.
Okay,
You know?
let's pull back a little. She's hanging out with this dude. His name's Z, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm hanging out with Z." And I was
Z?
like, and I was like, "All right, cool name." And I landed in LA, and I was like, "Hey, I'll come see you where you're at." She's like, "Oh, I'm hanging out with Z." Like, and I'm like, "All right, I'll meet you at your cousin's house." I go to her cousin's house. This motherfucker pulls up. She gets out of the truck, and he turns around and leaves. And I was like, "So we're just not acting like that wasn't a major fucking problem?" She's like, "What? He's my friend."
So he mystery manned you.
Yeah.
He kept the mystery going, dude.
I
Threw a smoke bomb.
Dude, I had to do internet research on this motherfucker. I was feeling shook. But that's what it is. That's like hot girl where she's like, "Yeah, I've got a team of them."
Yeah.
But then, the reason I said the storm out thing, she pulled a hot girl move one time when she lived in New York still. And she's like, "Hey, I'm hungry." Oh, no, I'm on the way home from the comedy club and I have food. I was like, "I got takeout."
Yeah.
She's at her friend's house for a dinner party. And she's like, "Oh, I'm hungry." Cool, all right. I was like, no, she goes, "Did you get food at the cellar?" I was like, "Yeah, I got food at the cellar." She's like, "Yeah, okay." I'm at Evan and Emily's, and they just had steak. And she's like kind of a vegetarian sometimes.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, all right." So I get back to my apartment. She shows up, and I'm not joking. This is why I say hot girls act like tough guys. She goes, "Did you order me sushi?" And I was like, "What? What?" And I was eating out of a fucking to-go. I did that. I go, What? And she's like, "Did you order me sushi?" And I was like, "You're fucking with me." And she goes, "I told you I was hungry." And I was like, so we get in a blowout fight. She storms off. I don't chase her. She calls me the next day. I'm like, "This better be a fucking apology." And she's like, "What? You didn't order me?" Finally, after like 4 days we work it out, we're laying in bed. And I'm like, our fight was like, white man can't jump when she asked for the glass of water. And she's like, "I've never seen that movie." And I was like, "Of course. Of course." So I show her the clip on my phone. We're laying in bed, and she goes, "That's not funny." And you're like, what am I doing? It's it's just like tough guy. Like, what are you going to do, bitch?
Yeah, that's not funny.
Girls love that.
Fuck
You're
you.
not funny. That's like you're not funny. You're not funny at all. It's like, all right.
No.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing at myself.
You have great walking away lines. I'm laughing. I'm laughing right over here. I'm laughing all the way in the garage, you stupid bitch. That's why your brother killed himself. You're like, whoa. You start getting super dark on her.
Oh, man. Yeah, you told me that one where you were trapped in the house during a breakup.
Oh, after, dude.
Yeah,
that's some real shit.
That one was
That's
like,
on my Netflix special. That's a fucking Vecchione and I.
Dude, hold on. You told me that? Like, so he told me the story like a day or two after. Like, I was over there, like, real bummed about my breakup, and he told me that story, and I was like, damn, dude, are you all right? I was like, damn, that's tough.
Yeah, well, Vecchione got broken up with his girlfriend, my roommate. Like, they were going through it. And then I had a phone call. I told Shane about it. It was like this blizzard was coming, and I was like madly in love with this girl. And out of nowhere, she's just got weird. And I was like, did something happen? Ugh. And she's like, yeah, I just don't know if I want to be in this. And it's the last day on a pilot I was writing on. And so it's like early. It's like 7:45 because you have to be there by 8:39. So I'm like, it's fucking, she was in LA. It was like 5 a.m. and she's like, yeah, I just don't think I should be in this. I was like, all right.
Damn,
yeah.
that early?
Yeah, in the morning. Cause I was like, I need an answer. Oh, because she was supposed to come back to New York and we were going to talk. But her flight it was like a big blizzard coming through. Yeah. So they're like, no, they're canceling flights for tonight. So she's like, I'm not going to make it in. And I was like, well, we got to talk about this because I can't sit in a writer's room all day being like, does she want to be with me or not? And she's like, I just don't think it's going to work. And I was like, take care. I remember saying take care and being like, and then I called Rachel Feinstein, whose pilot I was, and I was like, I'm fucked up. And she's like, do you not want to come into work? I'm like, I'm going to come into work. But I made it. It's just like one of those things. It's like when a flashbang goes off, you know, in a movie. Yeah. It's like, and everyone's just talking to you, and they're like, yeah, and you're like,
dude,
dude,
I've been in a fucking writer's room the last 3 weeks going through this entire thing, and I'm listening to bad jokes. Oy. Like when someone pitches you a bad idea, and I'm in like the worst mood possible, I'm just like, that sucks.
Yeah,
your idea sucks.
You're stupid.
They're like, do you want to be a part of this team? I'm like, yes. But that sucks.
Yes, more than anything.
More than anything in the world.
I'm so happy to be here right now.
Also, all I'm thinking about is how my insides are crumbling in on each other. But, dude, after that fucking day, that blizzard hit that night, and we were stuck inside for 3 days. And it was like, I would just wake up and look, and it would be all white out my window, and I'd be like, just like the fucking noises you make when you're heartbroken. God. You're like, I'd just be like, I'd suddenly be like,
dude, I told you that this is real fucking sad, dude. Yeah. The other day here, I woke up on the couch and I like was half dreaming about the dog coming up and like bumping me with his nose, which is how he used to wake me up. And I was like dreaming about it, and I was like, yes. And then like I woke up and I was like like full fucking like,
you know what that is? That's
I rolled over.
That's in the war movies where the hero's down and it's his wife and she's like, "Wake up, honey!"
Like standing in a field of grass.
Yeah, it's Gladiator. Yeah. That's Shane's fucking dog running through the grass. It's him leading his hand through the wheat. Marcus Aurelius.
Dude, I will have my revenge in this life or the next. Dude, I'm coming in.
I'd rather get dumped. I'd rather get dumped than to break up with someone.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you this. Because breaking up, what it is it's putting a gun on their head, and they're like, do it. And you're like, I'm sorry. And they're like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm so fucking sorry.
And you're like, wait, don't actually do it.
I know. I don't want to do it either. I'm fucking like, just fucking, we can make it work, please. It's like the end of Alpha Dog. You're like fucking every breakup's the end of Alpha Dog.
Didn't they kill him with like an AK-47?
Just Scarface it.
They could have just beaten him up and be like, all right, we're suburban. We're selling weed in the suburbs.
Oh, dude.
Someone took it there, dude. Fucking blast.
Someone had an AK.
Yeah, dude. Someone got real.
Those kids must have been the fucking worst in real life.
So I'll tell you what, they had money, so they're just like,
oh, my God.
They probably had this voice. What's up, bro? Oh, you guys going over to Dyson's?
I've been watching The Sopranos recently. Even The Sopranos, I'm like, what a bunch of fucking assholes. I watch this show now. I'm like, these guys suck.
Yeah.
He's like, put the ice back in the machine. Like, hits a guy with a brick. I'm like, these guys fucking are the worst, dude.
They just beat up people and take their shit. And then they're like, but I'm conflicted about it. And he's like, oh, that's where we're at? That was the fucking, like, no, man.
But I want the best for my daughter.
But I like the ducks.
Oh,
so that's why we like you?
Because I had a panic attack. Oh, so mental health affects bad guys? They were like, oh, guys, don't. He's borderline personality disorder.
Yeah, I've been having a hard time with that show.
Dude, breaking up with someone, man.
Oh, it sucks, dude.
It's like
It's not.
I did it over Skype,
Did you
and she kept going, "Please don't do this," and you're like. Oh God! I tapped out. I go, all right, let's try to make it
makes
work.
that noise. It's like,
Dude,
all right. See ya. I'm gonna go this time.
the weirdest is like the post, like almost breakup behavior. They get on like the super good girl, and you're the whole time just like, you're trying your best. You're like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna work.
Oh,
You're
dude.
like,
Oh, dude, the best. I mean, the best part of that was I didn't break up with the girl. And Vecchione and my friend Graham were in the living room, and I came out, and they're like, "Did you do it?" And I was like, "We're gonna try to work it out." I couldn't cut my arm all the way off. And then, dude, this is the best. Like 3 days later, she calls me up, and she's like, "I think we should break up." And you're like, "Did you just? You can't fire
You
me.
do
I
it?
quit."
Yeah.
damn.
I was like, but it was almost like, all right.
Yeah,
cool.
that's the best case scenario.
And we met up for coffee, and she tried to be like super serious about it. We met up, and she goes, "I think you have a dependency on marijuana." And I was like, "Yeah, oh yeah, what?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, it's
Totally.
like a lot, like nonstop." And she's like,
yeah.
"I'm glad you recognized that." It was one of those. So she just ate
They
it.
have to, they have to hit you with a fucking like real hard analysis of like when I got divorced with my ex-wife, she like called my parents like, "Your son suffers some depression," and they're like, "Okay,
Yeah.
hope it works out for
Yeah,
you."
for
Sorry
sure.
about that.
For
Yeah.
sure he does.
I was just like,
we all do.
yeah. She's like, "I just want you to know this." My mom's like, "All right, thanks.
See ya.
Later."
Bye.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yeah. I pulled that.
They'll hit you with the
I
analysis.
did hit the fucking analysis. I was mad. Hit
You
the
have to.
analysis, and then the next day I was like, "Sorry about the analysis." I didn't.
Dude,
mean that.
I-
You're great.
I
With like, all right,
did
no
it
problem.
on a Netflix special. I can never pull that back.
Damn.
I've texted that girl like, "Can we get coffee? I need to apologize for just
Yeah.
fucking reading your rights." Just being like, "Oh yeah, I hit it.
Dude.
It was my hit 'em up."
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
Oh, I fucked your bitch.
Yeah,
you
we
fat
talked about this,
motherfucker.
and I'm like, "Yo, I need that. I
Yeah.
need to hit that," and then I'd feel bad, but
Yeah.
just getting up there and being
tell you what,
yeah,
I
she's
did
a
it.
sack of shit.
I was hurt so bad that I did it all the way through filming, and it didn't hit me until I saw the edit, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is going out."
Oh.
Like, and not only is she going to see this, but her friends and her family is going to see this. Like, oh well,
Whatever.
it's like you launched a missile, and they're like, "It's the wrong coordinates." You're like,
It's up. It's in the air. It's already in the air.
well.
I mean, we can call them and let them know it's coming,
I
but
mean, there's literally nothing that can destroy that from impact.
God.
So that was like the one time where I was like, man, I think I would have. I don't know. It happened. Whatever.
You need to
Yeah.
get out.
Tried apologizing. She's not having it.
yeah.
God bless.
We should meet up at my place and talk about this. Sorry about that. Fuck.
No, I was even like, "Can I get you a coffee and apologize?" And she was like, "Yeah, all right." But the disinterested was the worst feeling. She was like, "Yeah, okay, cool. I'll text you next week." And then just never text me. You're like, "Touche, touche." You know this game very well.
Yeah, dude, I can't play the game at all. I'm just full fucking
Because it
panic.
sucks. Because you think when you get out of a relationship, you're like, "Oh, now the games are over," and you're like, "Oh, it's a whole worse game."
Weird
It's
game.
a whole nother level, dude. Each time I get out into the adult dating world, it's like from being married, I was like, "God, this sucks." Started doing adult dating, I was like, "Holy fuck, this is even worse than when I remembered."
You know what it
Then
is?
you get out of that, and you're like, "Fucking girlfriend sucks." I gotta get back into it. And you get back out, and you're like, "Oh my god, now I'm in 40-year-old dating world." It's
It
like,
really, it always is like the way with like
scary.
it's always the way like older people talk about like if I could go back to high school. Like when you're in a relationship, you're like, if I could be single again, the things I would do. And then if you don't realize if you had to go back to high school, you would have to take classes. Like you would
yeah,
have to
it
like
still
yeah,
sucks.
for sure.
you would like have to go do homework.
Yeah.
Because I think now like if I went back to high school, I'd be fucking way more confident. I'd like hit on girls at it. And then if I went back, I'd just be like, "Oh fuck, this is awful."
Like, I love you. I
Fuck,
love
I
you.
love you. Dude,
My problem
sorry.
was my ex-wife actually like made money. She was an accountant, made like 90 grand a year. So we had like, you know, a house, everything looked nice around us, and I was just like, pfft. I'm like, so in my head, I'm like, this is my house. I'm like, pfft, I'd be getting so much pussy in here, dude, if this were mine. We got divorced, and it was just like in my brother's house on an air mattress, like, all right, pussy's coming.
I'm gonna move in with Shane. Things are gonna take off.
You go, "That
I
power
like
duo?"
drive her BMW. Like, I'm fucking rich, dude. There's no way I should be not getting any pussy right now.
That's so funny. It's your wife's credit card. You go, "I'd be putting hotels on this shit. We'd be staying at 5-star resorts."
Because my surroundings
drink
are so nice, and I'm like, all right, time for pussy. And she'd be like, no. And I'd be like, what? In my head, I'm like, dude, all of this,
What?
dude? You kidding me?
All
You
these?
guys had a sick TV.
We did. Oh, yeah, I bought the TV. That was
Yeah.
I did buy that.
Did you have to leave it behind?
She took it.
Yeah.
She took it and did like some shit, being like, "Well, the TV is like the TV was still." How did this work out? She was buying the TV off me, but she also, the car was in her name, but I paid all the bills and she paid for the car. But then she was saying the car didn't depreciate at all. So when I had to buy it back off her for like full fucking purchase value. And I was like, all right, but let's take the TV off. She's like, oh, the TV depreciated. It's worth like $1,000. It was like $4,000 TV. She's like, it's worth maybe $1,200. And I'm like, my Civic's worth $8,000 right now, though.
Yeah.
She's like, well, that's what it is. Kelly Blue Book.
Oh, it's a Civic.
It's a Civic. Honda. Honda
Japanese.
builds a
Honda-
good
dude,
car.
Japanese,
I was
dude.
just like, same thing. Like, all right, whatever it takes, whatever you want. Just gave
You're
it
just
all.
getting it out.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's just fucking brutal. It's
All
a
right,
cycle though.
Here's something, because this, to get us off the relationships thing, this is the funniest thing I've seen in a while. It was last night. So there's a girl that works at Helium that rides a bike, and we were all at O'Shea's drinking, and she drinks sometimes, and then was hopping on the bike, and right before she left, I was like, "Dude, that's crazy. You just fucking rock that bike home, and like you might be fucked up." She's like, "I don't ride it when I'm wasted." I was like, "All right, cool." So then she starts driving down, and everybody's outside the bar, and she's like riding down the street. And I think Six was like, "Yo, do a bunny hop, do a fucking bunny hop," and this is in front of everyone. She tried to do a bunny hop.
Oh no, the front wheel.
Just did the fucking shimmy and wrecked. And like people ran to help her.
Was it the bike? What kind of wreck was it? A bike folding on top of itself?
Side.
Oh.
She landed. She did a bunny hop and then fell.
Dude, there's nothing worse than going down on a bike because you're still holding on to something.
Yeah.
Dude, you're like, I went to my cousin's house and they had all these like, in Colorado, there was like canals and shit, so they have like dirt jumps. And he's like, dude, these are awesome dirt jumps. And I went off the wrong end. So you just, there's no lip, so you don't go up. You just fucking go in. And I was like, "Wah!" And I just remember like my bike being pulled down and then I'm holding on to it. And my face is just like, wham.
Dude,
Yeah.
we had a big ass hill at the top of my neighborhood, and we would ride bikes down. And then when I got to the bottom, like I was going so fast that it started doing the
Oh my
fucking
God.
shimmy, and I put my legs out.
Dude, what were those little things called where like it was just a triangle with wheels and you could sit on it's called like a devil scooter or something? They used to sell them like in the early 90s. My friend had one. And it was just a bicycle seat that was like pretty big with 3 wheels on it. And you could just sit
Yeah,
in
I
it.
remember those.
Yeah, dude. I took mine to the top of my friend's neighborhood. It was just a big steep hill. When flying, same thing. I was like, don't do, and just jumped off it.
Dude.
Skinned myself alive, dude, at like 30 miles an hour.
That's the funniest thing is whenever you start fucking cooking when you're little, you're like, I gotta bail. I gotta bail. Dude, when I went skiing for the first time, I was like 7 or 8 years old, and I was with my uncle, and I was like, here we go. And I was like, fuck this fast.
Too fast, too
This
fast,
is
too fast.
Yeah. And I just fucking jumped off. My skis went everywhere. I was like,
But when you're a kid, you don't know. You're not thinking ahead. You're
Yeah.
just in a moment that you're like, I wish I was out of this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump.
It's like kids and drunk drivers can survive the biggest crashes because they're just like, just make that same noise. I crashed. I was going to think about that Skype thing. All right, I don't love you
I
anymore.
gotta go. She's like, please don't leave me. Please don't. All right.
If we had somebody special.
Well, that was the thing with skiing. They're like, go side to side. And I remember thinking in my head, it was the same thing happened to me. And I was like, what if I just go straight? And I was like,
Yeah.
holy fuck. I started going like 90 miles an hour.
I am so fast, my eyes are so watery. You don't even realize, like, I have goggles on and my eyes are still watering.
You hear about Alex Jones?
No, what?
Apparently got caught looking at T-porn.
He was looking at T-porn?
He showed
No,
on like
tranny
one of
porn.
his newest videos. He's like, check out the website. He showed it, and for a second, he like that. You know, how Apple does that thing where like 9 different all your tabs
Yeah.
will pop up. The one someone like they zoomed in on the hyperlink and searched it. It was T-porn.
He was watching tranny porn?
Yeah. I mean, unless they doctored the image, but it looks pretty legit.
That's great.
Dude,
He
him
got
watching
busted.
tranny porn.
I
is-
can't wait for a
He just
rebuttal.
gets all intense. They have a dick. They have a dick. I love it.
Dude, the
I'm
video,
sorry.
it's
I'm
so
sorry.
the fucking image is so
I
funny.
shouldn't even be on the air right now.
I should be. Oh God, I'm so sorry. That dick is so beautiful. And the tits are huge.
Yeah, Alex Jones got busted.
I always think it's funny when like dudes like that get because everyone's a pervert, so everyone's got one.
You,
But it's always like
what's yours?
I like older women, like big titted MILF.
That's not bad.
It's my weird, but it's like I don't. It's a weird thing. 'Cause
How
you're
old?
Like, oh, like 40, 45.
Oh,
But
that's
like,
not. What are you
it's
talking
weird. I'm
about?
35 now, but I've always been into that. I'm trying to think. Like, I'm not like
His
perverted.
He's
I've touched every dark
he's a
corner.
hound.
I've
Oh,
touched
really?
every
You've
dark
done
corner.
everything,
Yeah.
huh?
You're talking about mature naturals. I'm like,
mature natural.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
just
Matt
that's
Nat?
peanut butter and jelly.
You go, oh,
Natty
Matt.
Nats,
Nat.
I'm
No,
talking
I'm
about mature
vanilla.
naturals.
If you talk to like Big J's openly seen it where he's like, and I'm like, I don't need a lot.
Yeah. I didn't for a while, and I just fall into a sexless marriage for 2 years, dude. You start exploring the net.
Oh, dude,
You start exploring the net, dude.
You start watching movies like it's like a film on an opposing team. You're like, all right,
Running it back and forth.
He's got that clicker, and he goes, all right, honey, you go downstairs. You're like,
I
yeah.
can say I've luckily never. There was like a couple things I just never could get into. It was midgets. I like watch midgets.
Can't get into that.
I wanted to get into midgets, and I watched it. I was like, can't find.
You got
it.
into nugget porn, dude.
I didn't. I researched nugget porn. I didn't get into
Oh,
it.
Nug, dude, they got
I
spotters.
heard.
Dude, you know what nugget porn is?
Yeah, I mean, I don't jerk off to it, but I've seen a lot of
I've
shit.
You know
read
the
about
game.
It. I didn't. I'd never jerked off at nugget porn. I checked. I like looked into it, knowing what it was.
Damn.
T porn was a fucking slippery slope.
There's a documentary on Netflix about a nugget wrestler.
Yeah, the wolf.
No, this guy named Zion, dude. He's a
What's he
nugget.
do?
He's a nugget wrestler.
What do they roll? They roll him around.
He has no lower half.
Dude, he might
Oh,
have
so
to,
he
and
has-
he wrestles people.
you're talking about a dude that
So
we
he's
might
just
have
swamp
to.
thing. He just fucking.
He swamp things, dude.
Yeah, he just comes out of that water.
He looks like the ghost from the high C, the high C box. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
We did a thing called the Sin Dome on Bonfire with all crippled fighters. We might have to do a second one with this dude.
With that guy will fuck anybody
Dude,
up.
there was
He's
an
like a-
MMA fighter that
He's just
was
like-
like,
he's like
named
Pokemon.
Little Wolf. There's a one-legged Arizona State wrestler,
that guy was a monster.
but he won it.
And they
Did
fucking
they fight?
No, we just set
You
it up
haven't
and
talked?
we hypothetically broke it
the
down.
one-legged
Fuck.
wrestler. They never fixed his fucking uniform.
Yeah, so it was
So
always
the
like
leg
hanging off
flap,
like it got
was-
blown
the
off.
other leg was just
They
hanging
could have
off.
tightened it in. They could have taken it to a tailor. Instead, it just looks blown out.
Yeah.
It
This
looked-
dude had no lower half.
This guy has no lower half. Like belly button down is off.
He's Geo, dude. the
He's
Pokemon,
a
dude.
Geo and he's black and he's jacked, dude. He is Geo, dude.
Oh,
and
man.
then you gotta wrestle him and he's just flying
It's like one of
around.
those things you just put on your thumb. Those thumb where you like,
Yeah, he really is.
You're like, the thumb wrestlers, the actual thumb
Yeah,
wrestlers.
in wrestling, you're supposed to get low. So he's instantly, his center of gravity is like fucking.
How crazy is it to think that
like-
we're about 30 years away from him just having a completely robotic bottom half?
Oh
Like
my God, his top line's so strong.
He would take over the world.
he just walks in with RoboCop legs.
He'd probably fucking steal your girlfriend.
Oh, dude, and then just
He
give her,
would take your girlfriend from you.
give her a good old piston fuck. That's what I'm into. that's my kink.
They have that. I'd watch that.
Oh, the
you don't-
machine
Yeah,
fuck.
the machine
Yeah,
fuck.
but that's
machine.
always weird because you can't humanize it in any way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't.
I'd probably say like
Sibians I can get into.
Sibians are
Chicks
cool.
sit on a
Sibians are
Sibian?
real cool. That was
Yeah.
when I was a young boy. That was like I thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
I talk shit about buying one to my girlfriend. I'm going to buy you a Sibian. And she's like, really? And I looked it up. They're like $1,400. I was like, these things are kind of fucking weird.
I'll just go get you a vibrator. I'll get you a vibrator.
Yeah.
You can go fucking real cheap, just at home Sibian, just a couple phone books,
$1,400 fucking bucks.
duct tape. You just like listen. We're gonna use the arm of the couch. Put some fucking
Yeah,
phone
I'll put
books
my
on.
knuckle
Yeah.
out on the arm of the couch.
You want it harder or faster?
I'm just going to move closer to the train tracks.
You want me to make the noise?
My hand's cramping.
You want me to make the noise, babe? Meow, meow, meow,
They're
meow.
expensive, man.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna be a freakier older dude. You know what I mean?
Think you're gonna grow into it?
You might sit on the Sibian.
I might sit on the Sibian and be like, just get it in there.
Does a Sibian
Meow.
have like a dildo attachment? It's just like a
Yeah,
saddle.
there's one.
They got a little
you can,
fucking.
You can toss one.
They got a
on.
little nub.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
A nub for you? Oh, how unsatisfying. You just be like, whoa, whoa. That'd be the only noise
That's
I'd
the
be
one
making.
thing I'm so glad I never got into. Is just like automated ass play. It's just like I've always said, like I just don't need it.
good thing
I
to
don't
be
need
grateful
that.
for.
I don't need that Jones in my life.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'd be
Like,
so scared. It's-
I'm plagued by so many different things. So like to have to sneak off and like fucking bomb my butt real quick.
Dude, yeah, man.
I don't
Just
wanna-
sneak off and bomb your butt.
It feels good. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's like I just don't need that in my life.
But you know what? That's kind of why I like have tried to stay as vanilla as possible
True.
because you kind of like once you work down that hole, it's hard to come back and just be like. Yeah. So I try to find like Jay always makes fun of. He's like, you could jerk off to bikini calendars, and you're like, yeah, because I don't want to be you, where you have to see a gaping asshole to be like, it's moving.
Yeah, dude,
Like I like
true.
seeing wet cleavage and being like, whoa, shit.
I mean, you're
fucking-
supposed to. That's what's supposed to make people hard, dude. You're not supposed to.
Dude,
be
a
like,
gaping butthole is one of the grossest fucking things.
It's just an orifice. It looks like an
ruins it.
alien mouth.
It's so
It's
gross
Like,
every
there was a
time.
video of Belladonna puts a baseball bat in her ass.
Yeah, dude.
Just like-
what?
Yeah. I tap out around that kind of stuff. I'm like,
Also, I'm just interested in the breathing techniques at that point. You're
oh
like,
my god.
it's like breakup breathing techniques. She's like, same way when I looked out and saw that snowy fucking tree outside my house. Oh,
It's gotta suck to be Belladonna and wake up and like hit your daily to-do list and be like, I gotta get a fucking baseball bat in my fucking ass today.
yeah, dude. I have
wake
to do
up
2 shows tonight, and I'm like,
You
I'm
wake-
reacting like that. Like,
If I waking up from a nap the day you have a stand-up show, I'd always wake up and go, fuck.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing? I don't want to do that. Fuck.
Yeah, I got like, it's 2 shows left of the weekend. It's fun. It's one of my favorite clubs, and it's a fucking great lineup. And it's fun, but it's still like, whew, here we go.
Yeah.
But then it's a great feeling at the end of the second show because you're like, and we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always had that weird like when I wake up from a nap and I'm like, wait, what did I fucking choose to do with myself? I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get up there. Like
Yeah.
to build yourself up to go to the show. You got to be like, every once in a while, I'm like, damn, how do I do this?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
funny.
do I do this for real?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
you'll be with people that aren't comics. Like I've been with girlfriends or friends or whatever, and they're like, "Cool." So I figure like we'll get lunch, we'll fucking hang out, then we'll go to your show. And you're like, "No." Like I have to go home and nap and shower. I have like a whole thing.
Yeah,
of
I need to
like-
be isolated.
I need to be isolated. I can't just fucking.
I got to
hang
sit in
out.
the shower for a while. Too.
Yeah, I just think I got to go to some real weird places. Maybe that's why I'm so vanilla sexually, just because I go to emotionally the darkest places you can go. Where I'm just like, I died twice in my head in the shower. I didn't think about appreciation.
Shane said you did the float tank.
Yeah, I did the float tank 3 years ago.
I did that like 5 times. 4 or 5 times in the last like 10 days.
You go,
Fucking insane. Well, the guy was hooking me up.
oh, Russ?
Yeah.
He's the best.
He's the man, dude.
He's the fucking man. It's a lot.
Dude, I was going in there eating like weed edibles and eating a little bit of mushrooms and going in there, and it's fucking nuts. I had to open it a couple times, poke my head out, like get back
Yeah,
in, dude.
because
It's
you get all hot and sweaty, and then
crazy, dude.
Yeah, you're
What, it
just
gets hot in
alone.
there?
I mean,
It just gets humid.
you feel, yeah, and you start, all you hear is your breathing. It's just literally, you can't feel or hear
Because your
anything.
ears are underwater.
Yeah, and you have little plugs, and you hear,
Yeah, and you're
that's
like,
all you hear.
Yeah, I
Then your
definitely
mind just
cannot do
goes
it
like-
right now.
I told Shane, I was like, I can't. We had a Sunday show that time when I was working Helium, and I did the float tank on a Sunday, and we went and got gyms. And then the Sunday show at Helium, it was me being like, what's up? What's up with existence, huh?
Yeah. Do you remember what you were thinking about in the float tank?
Just like how fucking tightly wound I was and how much I needed to let go and how much I fucking... It's all stuff that, like, I'm in therapy, so it was great to be like, oh, shit, I want to work on this, this, and this. And my therapist's like, yeah, all right, yeah, like, I see all that. We should definitely work on all that stuff. And you're like, okay, cool. It went nicely, but it was a lot.
Yeah,
It went to parts. I was still dating that girl that lived in L.A., and I was like, she had just moved, and I was like, why am I happy she moved? We were, like, fighting the whole weekend, and I was like, why am I so happy she moved? And I was like, I don't want to be in this. I want to be with other women. And I was like, the thought of other women makes me feel much happier. And then I was, like, going through that, all the
Damn.
beginning stages of, fuck, I didn't even think about that since you brought that up.
Yeah, man.
Because then that's why I just ate a sandwich at Jim's is on the top level, like,
The weirdest is when you pop out of the tank, you feel like a creature. It's like this weird saline solution you come out of. It's kind of, and you just like come out and you're like, "Rah." It's like Prometheus, dude. You come out, you're just like the alien egg, dude. You come out, and you're like, "Ah."
or it's like the Matrix when it comes out. You're like, you pull a fucking thing out of your throat, like, "Rah."
dude.
Like, I know Taekwondo.
I know.
I know Kung Fu.
I know myself.
Yeah, I would go in there.
Yeah, because then you shower off right in the
Yeah,
same
you
room.
rinse off, and the one day I didn't shower, and you get crusty.
Ew.
Yeah, yeah. I like was sitting
all
there,
salty and
I was
shit.
talking to Russ, and I'm like, sitting there, like I started burning a little. I'm like, you're supposed to wash this shit off. He's like, yeah, dude, get the fucking shower. I was like, my bad. Fucking got in. It was like,
Yeah, but you take those earplugs out
Yeah.
too, and because they put these like top of the line, like
yeah,
isolate your whole ear.
it's nice, man.
I'll
Yeah.
see. Maybe when I'm
Eating
ready.
weed and going in there is pretty cool.
When I'm ready, I'll do it.
it's
but-
intense. Eating weed and going in there is like you're tripping, and then you can just
Yeah.
pop out and go, oh, nice, I'm not tripping anymore. And you lay back in, you're like, ugh.
Yeah,
It's fucking
that
cool.
shower is sweet though.
Oh.
Get a nice shower meal and a nap
Yeah, man.
after.
I did that the one day, popped out, and I told you I was driving people that day later on, driving Lyft, just like
What's up?
where you guys going? You going to the airport?
Yeah, hey, how you feeling
You
today?
guys ever do a
fine?
float tank before?
Yeah, did you guys ever have deprivation tank? Kind of know what it feels like. Sir, can you not talk to me? I need to listen to this podcast.
Yeah, a lot of people. I Jeeves out on people, man. I like suss out right away if people want to talk to me, and when they don't, I'm just getting to like professional driver mode, and I'm just like, yes, sir.
Just put on black leather gloves. Or be a transporter. I would just talk in a transporter voice if I was a Lyft driver. We'd be like, if you have a package delivered, on the go to get it there. They go, are you doing a bad Jason Statham? I go, your mom's Jason Statham.
I'm not Jason.
Dude, my
Jason
third
Statham.
ride, some lady hopped in. She was like, I got to catch the mega bus, and I only have 8 minutes to get there. And I was just like, say no more. Dude,
Transporter.
Wow.
Flew.
Wow.
And then I got there. We were right the minute it was going to, the bus was still stationary, but I pulled and like unnecessarily blocked the bus in. I was like, all right, you're safe. Get out. And she was like, all right, man, thanks, dude.
Dude, you hit me with that on Sunday. I needed to get to that train. We had like 10 minutes.
I transported you.
You transported hard.
That's fucking awesome. That's got to
Yeah.
feel good when you get there.
Oh,
and you're
felt
like,
great, dude.
Package delivered.
Felt great.
package delivered. Always gets his man. I don't think that's his phrase. I don't think that's what they say.
I got a fucking sore throat from yelling.
Do you really?
I was screaming fucking "What's up, Denny's" all night.
God damn. What's up? What's up? That kid is.
There's a video of this kid, this band playing at Denny's.
Mm-hmm.
They're in a fucking
my God.
Denny's, and they're a hardcore metal band. And this dude walks out with the sickest fucking energy of all time. Dude,
Yeah.
he comes out, he's like, "What the fuck is up? What the fuck is up, Denny's?"
Oh
and then they start
God.
jamming, and the place just goes nuts, dude.
I like admire people who can get into like that venue that hard and just rock at Denny's and just be like, what the fuck?
Dude, it is so
What's
fucking
up?
sick.
What's up? What the fuck is up?
Dude,
That's awesome.
I was like, I've been sad. I literally watched that, and I'm like, this is the sickest shit ever.
That's awesome.
Like that dude's fucking like confidence
Yeah.
to be like, yo, I'm in a Denny's. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Dude, he's like, I
I'm
played to
gonna
the venue
rock,
I'm at.
dude.
What's up?
Yeah, dude.
What's up? What the fuck is up, Denny's? All the time I'm always like, hi, Helium.
I know. I'm like, it's
Helium.
just sold out helium. I'm like,
You guys sure you want me
you
to
guys
do
happy
this?
to be here? Does
you
anybody
guys-
even want to be here?
Are you guys mad at me? I feel like you're mad at me.
I do think it takes a special kind of character to come out and be like, what's up, Philadelphia?
Ladies, put your titties in the air, man. I know you want to be. I'm always like, guys, fuck, I'll hurry this up. Are you guys, did you guys pay for
sorry.
parking? Fuck.
What's up, Philly?
Yeah.
Dude, I opened with that last
Yeah,
night.
I
I
did
walked
both
out and I
also.
said, "What the fuck is up, Denny's?" Everyone was like, "All right."
Yeah, cool.
They actually went along with it. I was
They're
like,
a great
this is gonna be
crowd.
a great show.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, when comedy crowds are just kind of like, fuck it. What is this?
Yeah.
So-
The What's Up Denny's? They were all like, "That's funny."
Well, people just laugh. If you just come out on stage and you don't look like out of place or weird at all, and you say something totally weird, a crowd of people will completely be like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to not laugh. If you came out and you're like, what's up, Denny's? They're just like, fuck
Yeah,
this
if I
guy.
nervously, I was like, "What's up? What the fuck is up, Denny's?"
Yes,
Anyway, I'm happy to be here.
Then you
Hey,
checked your list and you're like,
what's up?
next joke.
You
Next
go,
joke.
one more time for Brian. What's up, Denny's?
I was the king of that, dude. I'd be like, I'm going to come out and do this really funny, weird thing. And I'll like have to. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, dude, I remember that.
Yeah, I would always do that.
Oh,
Dude.
I showed the crowd my ass at one time. I'm so proud.
I was the king. I was the king of like, I have this line, and then it's gonna fucking open up the greatest set I've ever had in my life. And then I go up there and be like, say the line, and it wouldn't get anything, and then you're like, dating's weird. God, it's so weird.
Yeah,
Dude, that's what I've actually been doing. I've been
What?
going on stage and be like, "Damn, dating sucks."
Yeah, but
I
I mean,
don't have any jokes about it. I'm just like, it fucking sucks. dude.
but it's the whole thing of like, that's what comedy is. You're either dating or you're married. So you're gonna
Yeah,
talk about dating or married or relationships. It's
And the
like,
same thing with the audience, though.
Yeah.
So they're fucking.
True that.
like
Yeah,
that's why
right.
early shows, when I talk about being single, they're kind of like,
Yeah.
we're all married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my anti-kid shit on early shows, they're kind of just like,
Not trying to hear it.
we're actually paying $15 an hour to watch our little one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're so fucking proud of themselves for having a fucking kid,
Yeah.
too. So, like, when someone goes on stage, it's like, I don't know if I want kids. They're like,
Well, the work's not for everyone.
It's a
Yeah,
clear,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a clear club for
You're
sure.
all,
Like I can see
Bitch,
the amazement. I can
bouquet.
see the utter amazement of creating like a human being.
oh, dude, I bet it's a very
but-
rewarding and
But
very difficult
there's
experience.
a clear like I don't have kids. When I hang out with my cousins and friends who have kids, it's like there's an energy, a no kid energy. You feel it. You're like, man, I'm definitely the other right now.
Yeah. Because when you're around there, you're kind of like, it's that energy of like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Do I help?
How like I don't know how long I can play with their kids for it. If then they're like, look at this desperate fucking loser. He wants one so bad. I'm like, go run. Be with your brother.
Be with your brother. Get out of here.
Run away from me.
Run, don't talk to me. I'm so sad. You'll catch it if I touch you.
Dude, being sad is fucking gay, dude.
Dude.
Being sad
sucks,
is
Well, it's the opposite of gay. Gay means happy.
True.
So sad.
True.
True.
Yeah, it's fucking
Etymology,
crunk, dude.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It all works.
Being sad is not crunk.
Dude,
not
what do you think about Rogan getting compromised?
Rogan got
Joe
compromised?
Rogan, I think he's compromised, dude. Have you listened to Joe? Do you listen to Joe Rogan podcast?
Occasionally, depending on the guest.
I used to listen to it all the time. Like I started listening to it in 2010, and as of late, like he had that show like Joe Rogan Questions Everything. It was like a show about like chemtrails,
Oh yeah.
Bigfoot. I have a theory that he launched that on the cable network, and someone came up to him and was like, bro, like you have a big platform, knock off this conspiracy shit. And ever since, like, dude, people bring up like George Soros, Hillary Clinton. He goes, oh, come on over every day. He instantly switches the subject. He had Waylon Jennings' son came on. He was just talking about normal stuff, and the whole time he'd be like, yeah, but dude, that's ridiculous. Kept talking over him.
He's been compromised.
He did a 180, dude. I'm telling you. I think someone got to his. And dude, Waylon Jennings was like, I just want to have enough money to where like he's like, there's that amount of money where like I don't know if it's like 50 million where someone comes up to you like, yo, bro, like, what's up? Here's what you're gonna do now.
Yeah.
He was talking about that, and Rogan was just like this, dude. They have him on camera. He's rubbing his arms like, anyway.
I'm just so excited that this is the first your real experience with Matt.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, Rogan's
Matt is a
compromised.
space cadet.
No, I'm not, dude.
No, you're not.
So you're on board.
Check all the YouTube comments.
No, you're
Everyone's
not.
Like,
I
what the fuck's
didn't-
going on with this
So
guy?
mean
your
for that.
whole point is that Rogan's made so much money that now the people that really control shit have came back down and been like, you're feeding the sheep some of the stuff we don't need you to feed.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
for
dude,
sure.
how easy would it be? Nothing against the dude. How easy would it be to Me Too that guy? Coming up in the news radio days, dude. It's like you're an aggro, fucking jacked karate bro.
Karate bro.
You don't got-
it's just a funny thing to say.
Dude,
but
I'm
no,
saying
I
they
think
probably
what it
pulled
is.
up a Me Too on him. They probably were like, "Yo, bro,
It's-
bam,
I think what it is it does become a thing where,
It's good.
yeah.
get to anyone."
Well,
I'm not saying that, like, dude. If you were dating in the '90s, like, you used to be able to say "faggot" and stuff. Dating practices were totally different.
You say it on
All of
On
us,
dates, you
yeah,
go,
you could in the
So you want
'90s.
to take a walk? What do you? Like what?
It was.
Are we gonna fuck or not?
Date-
She's like, can you
in the
not?
early 2000, like there was just Me Too's flying constantly.
I think what you're seeing, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. I don't think it's like that's crazy, but
Yeah.
I think it's always something where it's not as sexy as you want it to be.
Yeah.
It's not like a guy showed up and was like, "You need to knock it off."
Yeah,
You've been there, but there's probably been subtle hints of like maybe it's like I always compare it to what you think it's going to be is Matt Damon in The Bourne Identity,
For sure.
where he's doing hand flutters and fucking breaking people's necks,
yeah.
slamming them into kitchen sinks. What it really is the FBI agents you see interviewed in documentaries where they're all fat with fucking pocket protectors and they're like, I did 15 years in Syria. I did some real shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you're the real FBI agent.
Yeah.
You're the guy that knew all that shit. And it's like, yeah, it's not as sexy as Jason Bourne.
No, not for
It's-
sure not. But I just
So
started-
probably what it is Rogan is, I mean, dude, he's bigger than the Tonight Show.
Oh yeah,
He's
huge.
bigger than the Tonight. You get on the Rogan, you get on Rogan's podcast. It's legitimately
Yeah.
hundreds of millions of people are seeing it.
Yeah,
There probably was someone that was like, all right, well, maybe.
yeah. Or my other theory is that like it was just
But I don't think he's been like compromised.
my thing is I think it's also could just be like Janine Garofalo at the fucking like whatever in LA being like, you had Alex Jones on again, Joe, and he was like, fuck, all right.
No, I think it's like I also think that you don't give the individual a lot of credit in this because I think we think that like he's he is fuck you money. He's like he can go away. He's like he got that money from news radio to do the Joe Rogan and questions everything in the podcast and stuff. So I think there is a part of him that's kind of like maybe I don't want to talk about that anymore. Maybe I've done that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk about that. And maybe I don't want to feed in because the way that shit's going now with the online communities and all this sharing and shit is people are coming up with crazy theories that don't even exist just because they're so fucking bored they just keep rolling on.
But here's the thing. Like, here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. I get that because there's wild conspiracies going around. And then I just listened to an audiobook called Bad Blood.
Yeah.
About Theranos, that company that Silicon Valley, it was a unicorn company. It was valued over like $1 billion. It was based on a faulty blood analyzer that never ever worked.
Yeah.
And they got like billions of dollars and went on for like 10 years where they kept hitting people with non-disclosure forms, threatening to sue people.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Joe Biden came by and was like, "This is a good device." They had all kinds of crazy shit going on. Where they're hiring private investigators and shit. And if that little company can control like what people can say and what, dude, it's like the CIA can definitely do that.
I mean, if you have a smartphone in your pocket and you think you're not being monitored, you're a fucking moron.
For sure.
You're a dumb person
Yeah.
because you think that's where the problem is there's this arrogance of privacy that we have where we're like, I'm special. You shouldn't look into my shit, but you're like, they gave you a supercomputer.
Yeah.
You think they're going to give people this and just be like, it's like the same thing with the shooters in Santa Barbara, like they can't unlock the phone. And it's like, can you though?
Apple did unlock like 4 other people. That was a highly publicized case. And then there was like 3 other cases where Apple was like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Give their data. Apple gives away data a lot.
Dude,
That was
they all do.
thing.
They all do it. There's a
Yeah,
reason when you
yeah.
go on Facebook,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like Norman has that great bit about like shit you Google shows up on the sidebar of fucking. He's like spicy Latinas, you know. It's like, but it really is that thing where it's like I'm not blown away that 49er fitted hats are coming up on Facebook.
Yeah.
When I just bought one a week ago, it's like there needs to be some honesty of it. Of like, yeah, if you're willing to give away everything online, they're going to take it.
Yeah, for
if you're
sure.
willing to give it online, they'll take it. Like my Facebook, I really haven't been active on in probably 7 years. Twitter, off my phone. Instagram's the only thing where I'm like, okay, that's the one little fucking wheel that I have, the hamster wheel that I'm like, all right, this is great. But you see it all, and it's like they're giving us all enough rope to hang ourselves.
Yeah.
It's just. And then that becomes the question of when you become influential and you have power and you start saying shit that some of these people don't like, well, then that's when they hit you with the NDAs and the suing where they're like, now you're playing out of line. So there might be shit that Rogan said that's kind of like, hey, don't fucking say that.
I think it's more of and again, it's totally just a possibility because it's weird because if I like I have my views, and if you listen to like 100 episodes of this, you'd be like, all right, I kind of get a picture of this guy. If I just 180'd out of nowhere and never really explained it, people would be
That
like,
would be weird. That would be very weird.
And that's what's kind of going on. There's a ton of people being like, what the fuck is this? Is weird.
Yeah, it's weird that you
really
just flipped
weird that
real
you're
quick.
flipping on it. And it makes sense. Is you don't want to get the last thing you want to do is get lumped into being a neo-Nazi. That's best case scenario. He's just like, I don't want to be lumped into the.
I think
Probably.
that's actually what's happening.
That
I
makes
think that's
sense.
You had
absolutely right.
Candace Owens, Jordan Peterson, Ben
Yeah,
Shapiro,
dude, like. That's
Milo
true.
Yiannopoulos.
When I'm watching these videos and I'm
He's
seeing
had-
these levels of uncomfort that I'm like, when he was talking about like that money of people coming up to you, he was just like, rubbing his not like, dude, shut the fuck up. He was just like, yeah, that's I mean, I don't know, man. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, damn,
But
dude.
there probably is, man. There's like people, when you see the conglomerations and who owns what.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason that Bernie Sanders got so popular being like the top 1% of the 1%. And it's because it really is a thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, as someone that's been around a little bit of that, it is a different energy that you, nor I, nor most people can handle. It's a coldness and a fucking lizard brain thinking of like, I'm going to dominate and get money.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
something that no rapper or fucking drug dealer can ever understand. That white greed, that top of that white greed is fucking Everest. It's fucking thin air.
Jesus
So to get up there
Christ.
and be like, I'm gonna fucking take money and just like they have that. We don't have that. We have a thing where you'd be like, you're hurting people.
Yeah.
Like, nah, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They're like, cool, poison the lakes. You think I get my water out that shit stream? I don't fucking. I live in a fucking mountain base.
I mean, imagine just
Damn,
driving
dude,
over.
you too.
Imagine just driving over New York in a helicopter. It's like, just like I fucking just looking at people like ants. Just like I.
dude, that's
fucking
what. Dude, I
own- yeah.
swear to God.
There's people that think like that for sure.
I swear to God, there was like, you know, without incriminating her, but my ex hung out with people that was like, oh shit, there's not a lot of humanity in you.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
her. My ex was,
Yeah.
I liked my ex, but like, there are people like, you would fucking kill to keep your place in where you're, like me, if you're like, hey, I'm going to take all your money away, but all these people are going to be okay. Like all these people that could die are going to be okay.
Yeah.
I'll rebuild.
Yeah.
I'll rebuild. Go for it. Yeah. Fine. If those
Yeah.
people are going to be okay,
Yeah.
she'd be like, no, they die.
Yeah.
And more people die if I can go
Yeah.
up. If I can go up another notch. But like,
Yeah. Some guy like,
That's-
so be it.
but there really is like it's a strange thing, man, because there are like because of the internet, you are now aware of a lot more things.
Yeah.
So you see a lot more things. So sometimes it's like Yeah, dude, Joe Rogan flipping like that, it might be that he doesn't want to be lumped with a neo-Nazi, or it could be a lot of things. It could be some of that. It could be some of, there was a very wealthy person that's like, Joe, if you do this, $30 million an extra year, you don't fucking have a problem. And he's like, well, all right.
Possible too.
But who fucking knows?
My thing is, I would definitely do the same. I say all this not from a pedestal. If I had a big podcast, some guy was like, yo, dude, like, even if it was like a damning document, or being like, yo, you're going to lose these 10 sponsors for $20 million, I'd instantly flip my switch and be like, dude, Hillary's the best.
Well,
she never murdered any of her fucking security guards.
But what's interesting, man, it's like it's what you decide to be. Like, I've thought about this because I'm like, man, people might come after me and try to take billions, might try to take Bonfire, might try to take anything, but everything I've been on, I've tried to have been funny. And I know that. So that's what it is, where it's like, if a big sponsor came and was like, you can't do, like, if Comedy Central came to Jay and I were like, you guys can't talk about this on the Bonfire, we'd have to have a conversation of like, well, I don't really know if that's we want to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can, I'm not a livable level. Like, you can, I can live. You know,
it's like doing a comedy show in the beginning when they're like, you got to be clean.
Yeah,
and you're just kind of like, I'm up there. I'm like, I'm obsolete. I can't
do clean.
Work. Yeah, my
I can't do clean. And, Nate Bargatze's one of my best friends and one of the best comics working, and he's clean. He's a naturally clean guy.
Exactly.
It's just who he is funny. I like to say fuck, and I say it. Sometimes I say it too much, and it turns off an audience, and I get that. Yeah. But you just kind of got to be like, but I'm trying to do the right thing. Yeah. And now I think that's what the difference is when I talk about those people that fuck atop of white greed, because they're like that's what Shane and I were talking about this, like about Trump or whatever, and I was like, what the left doesn't really want to hear and what they're not listening to is Trump just wants to make money. Yeah. He's just like, he doesn't care about all your smaller problems. He's like, I'm fucking helping my boys get money, so I get money. So when I get out, and then they're fighting the wrong fight. They're like, he doesn't care about children. Probably not. He's fucking making money. You know how much money those senators are?
And either do they.
What do you mean?
The people that are like, he doesn't care about the children. The Democrats saying that shit. It's like,
I mean, it's a lot of grandstanding.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like,
But yes.
But greed is inherent in a lot of American systems. Because it's built on competition. It's built on fucking, you can raise, that's the whole part of the American dream. You can bust your ass and kill. What they don't talk about that is you have to fucking body some people on the way up.
If you want,
And it's like, you got to body people in your own life. You got to body people in the fucking business world. True. And guess what? When you see someone at the fucking top of their game, they have bodies. And it's like, you don't know what they're willing to do or willing to not do.
Yeah.
You don't know what their limits are. There could be people that are like, man, fuck that. I've had opportunities where I'm like, it's a lot of fucking money, and I do not feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
And it's hard. I had one deal where my agent was like, really? All right. And I was like, I would kill myself. Like, this would lead to a life of me being like evaluating myself in a way that's very, very unhealthy.
Yeah, that's true.
Very unhealthy.
Well, it's weird.
And very like,
I've had money before, not like a ton of money, but when I've had like the most money I ever had, I was definitely the greediest I ever was. When I had the most money ever, I just like started just like demanding more and more, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, because people,
someone took all my money. And
someone
robbed me.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, that fucking sucks.
Instant peasant. I was like, all right, okay.
No, legit, someone robbed him.
Someone for real, took all my money
with a gun.
No, that's crazy. All your money.
You
didn't have a bank.
And then some that I owed. I was negative money. There was like other people's money that got. I had negative.
Oh, buddy.
I like went from like the top of my world to like just the depths of like just weird credit to people that was just like.
But see, that's why you got it.
Dude, it was good. I'm happy it happened, man.
But you got to be ready to set yourself up for that. Like,
true.
I've stayed in the same apartment for 12 years, and people are like, "Why? Why don't you move to the city or whatever? You have fucking 3 jobs. Why don't you move to the city?" And it's like, yeah, because I don't know. I don't know when the hit's coming, and I ain't changing my fucking lifestyle. No. I'm not going to be changing my lifestyle. I'm like, I live on the Upper West, and I always take a cab to work, and then all of a sudden shit's gone, and I'm like, fuck, I got to take day shifts at fucking Dos Caminos. Fuck.
Well, that's what happens. You get hooked. The problem is you get hooked on a lifestyle, and then you can't go back, and then it's like, I'll do any. Dude, I'm telling you, that Theranos book, Bad Blood, the shit they pull off is they were literally letting people have bad like blood test results. And then just being like whatever, and kept getting rounds of funding and rounds of funding.
I'm telling you, man, the scene that's the shit that I was telling you about. If you could save a lot of people or take it, those people don't even blink. They don't even blink. They're like, kill those people. Why are you talking to me when I could have more money?
They were down in Mexico doing like SARS or whatever virus, some virus was down, Haunted virus or something was down there. Zika, and they're down there like doing Zika tests. The shit never works. So there's probably people who fucking died because
baby
they were
heads.
Like, no, you don't have Zika.
Coming out with fucking
Zika.
mad TV head.
Yeah, when you get Zika, you give birth to somebody with a pea head, dude. You give birth to a Beetlejuice.
It's so creepy. Where you're like, oh man, when it happens.
Damn it, I
they're
had
like,
Zika.
Damn
You know
it.
what's funny though? When she the fly's fucking back.
Flies back, dude. Took a break.
When they started like the wall started closing on her, she instantly went into like they're attacking me because I'm a girl. I got Me Too at Stanford, dude. And it was just people. Her lawyers were like, "Hey, no, come on."
Yeah, you
don't
did.
do
Yeah,
that. Don't do it. She was grabbing at every branch.
Oh,
all the
dude,
way
it's like
down,
first
dude.
48, man. You see those guys scramble. They're like, yeah, man, I did it, but so did he. And I know we got guns and bricks of coke. And you're like, oh, come on. No. What the fuck, dude? He's like, yeah, I did the dirt. I was just in the car, though. He did the shooting.
They should do a first 48 of breakups.
Oh my
Like
god.
the first 48 where you're
Just
like,
watch her scramble.
you're willing to do anything. You're like, I'll fucking call that bitch right now, dude.
He goes, I'll kill it.
I did it, you fucking bitch.
I'll fight her cousin. I'll fight her fucking dad.
Dude, the best in this book, there's her like boyfriend on the Hush is like the COO. It's like a 55-year-old Indian dude. Fucking
Hell yeah.
Blowing backs out.
this Indian dude. He's like, he would walk around the office and just if like anyone was like, hey, these tests aren't really giving good results, he'd be like, you know how fucking rich I am? I'm a billionaire. I don't have to be here. He's like, you should leave if you don't believe in this company. And they'd be like, all right, man. They would leave. Have to sign all these non-disclosures and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then she let him take the fall for everything.
Yeah, she did.
She was just like, yeah, he was fucking. It was him. It wasn't me. He was one college.
Bad. He's bad at his job. He's a bad guy.
Oh my
He's
God.
a bad boy. Bad boy. What you
Dude,
gonna
she's
do?
a psycho. And, like you watching that, reading that, I watch her on like Kramer's Mad Money, and she did like talk. Even after she was like almost about, had a criminal investigation against her. She came and gave a presentation of the product. Yeah. And people were like, it doesn't work. And she's like, well, we are working out some kinks. And she couldn't let it go.
It's like,
It's all
I
money.
got
And
raped.
dude-
I got raped. I was raped.
Stop it.
She wore
Excuse me?
Stop
she wore-
talking.
Man in the back, you have a question? What's that? I was raped? Is that what you said?
He's
He's like,
like,
no, I'm saying you're giving out bad blood. No, what's that? Rape?
I'm a hero.
The saddest part was the whole time she wore a black turtleneck because she wanted to be like Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
So she wore this black turtleneck, and then one of the papers made fun of her for it, and then the next day they said she was wearing just a whole different outfit.
Yeah. They go, cool black
sad.
turtleneck, Steve Jobs. She's like, fuck. You know, that's like when you're in middle school and you show up with an outfit, you're like, God, this is fire. And then the first kid on the bus is like, whoa, you're a dork.
That's
And
what
you're
I
like,
was, dude. That's what I was saying when I was wearing that nice outfit
for the
show. I was like, dude, the second I walk into the Helium and somebody's gonna be like, cool shirt, dude. I'll be like, fuck. Oh, fuck, I gotta change. I gotta go to Target and buy a t-shirt right
I'm
now.
stupid.
To be serious, dude, I've been buying all my clothes from Target.
Dude,
Target
Target.
has good shit.
Thank you, right?
I went to
Target has
Target
good
yesterday.
fucking
My
clothes.
dick was out.
Yeah, dude. Shane was in basketball shorts. He goes, dude, I gotta go to the car. My dick's out. I go, what do you mean? He goes, look down. My dick's out. His dick was just fucking hanging.
I had
like through the basketball short was over it.
I had dry fit gym shorts on and my underwear. I didn't have any underwear. It was in the wash here.
How
so I
is
was
your
just
dick coming
wearing.
through?
Well, it was just real thin dry fit shorts. So like,
I mean,
you could
dude, if
full-
anyone looked, you'd have been like, that's a penis.
like you could see the full.
Oh, you had full like
dick
It was
head.
like a bathing suit dick. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember we did that in South Carolina? I was trying to tell you this while we were there. Me and Matt were doing shows in South Carolina. We went to this fucking water park during the day. It was just me and him and like little kids.
Dude.
So I go down this slide right away. And I was wearing Under Armour dry fit shorts with no underwear. Dude, I go down this slide. First off, when I went to go down the slide, I'm too big. So the kid at the top, the lifeguard had to like push me as hard
Wow,
as he
dude, I
could.
like it. A nice shoulder in the back.
Because you're supposed to float in that
Yeah.
pool. I was just sitting on the floor.
Donk.
So right the first, it's a tube slide. Very first turn, I just flipped right off my fucking thing. So now I'm just without a tube sliding down this thing. I get out, land in a pool, and just my dick's out right away.
Oh,
And I was like, "Yo, dude, get me a towel."
You had to get your towel.
It was a
You
little
sat in the
hotel
waiting
towel.
area. I came down first, and like I didn't. It was just all kids. So
Yeah.
the bottom of the thing was just people my age with kids waiting for their kids. So when I came out of the bottom, I was like, "Wee!" And I was just greeted by like 4 people's frowns. Like,
Yeah, there's a bunch of dads that were looking at us like creeps.
Yeah, what are you guys doing? You're like, stunted growth.
We got in the lazy river, and some little boy like tagged along with us. We're like, "Beat it, kid!" Like,
He
get
was
out
telling
of
us, wasn't he telling us like one of his brothers died? Or
here. Yeah, he was
something?
telling us
He was
like
telling
a
us
horrible
he like
sob
latched onto our
story.
tubes and started telling us like a really sad saga. And we're like, "Hey man, you're making us feel weird." You gotta get the
How
fuck-"
old was he?
maybe
like
9.
Yeah.
dude.
That's so fucked up. He goes, I've been through a lot.
Yeah, we're like, dude,
Hey,
fucking-
misters.
this is the lazy river,
He
dude.
just push it out. He goes, it's relaxing.
Yeah.
He's like,
I think we for real ditched them. We're like, yo, we're gonna get out. We like got out. We're like,
Oh fuck,
That's
that was
fucking hilarious.
that was a dick out experience. And then the towels they had were like hotel size,
Yeah,
like
they're
little
small.
mini towels. I was just walking around with a towel on my dick.
We're going to try to be all sensual.
Oh fuck, what are we at? We
hour
got
and 8.
perfect. You want to fucking call it,
Yeah,
dude?
man, that's fine.
Dude, thanks for having me on. Thanks
Yeah,
for having me
dude,
in
thanks for
fucking-
doing it,
man.
bro.
It's awesome.
your living room recording studio.
Hell yeah.
This is fucking awesome, though. It was
Yeah,
cool to
bro.
walk in here and be like, oh shit, this is badass.
Yeah,
This is
dude.
you guys'
It's
house.
underground, dog.
You just pot it up whenever you
Yeah,
feel
it's
it.
Funny because this is our nice studio. Our one.
Oh,
we
it used to be in the
have
basement.
In the basement.
Basement was nice.
Yeah, it
I
was.
like the basement.
Yeah.
I miss the basement. I was happy that.
No. Get through it.
All right, I'll stop being by next week. Hopefully, I'm not gay.
You'll get over, it, dude.
Next cast.
Next
I'll
week,
be-
Dude, I
next
had a-
week you actually might be gay, which means happy.
That'd be awesome.
So happy.
I got
I
Notre
had to
Dame,
stop-
Notre Dame,
just,
Michigan
dude,
next
to make
week.
you feel better about being single. I was in Whole Foods today and like had to stop at one point next to my girlfriend, and be like, knock off your fucking attitude. And she just looked at me and was like,
See, that's so great. When you get all hot and you don't even realize why. You're like, I'm sorry. Whoa.
dude, literally, I was just like, all right, I'm sorry. That's just I don't want to just. But yeah, so you, it's all there waiting for you, dude. All the fucking.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to be great.
It's gonna be so fun.
It's going to be so much fun. You're
You're
going to be.
you're gonna
I'm
meet
gonna be
someone. It's gonna be
so
awesome.
happy.
It's gonna slowly fade
I
into
don't want to
like.
date some fucking New York chick, dude.
You don't
Why?
know that. She might not. More than likely, she won't even be from New York. So
They're all
Exactly,
fucking
dude.
cool.
You might have to
Fuck
wake
cool.
up like the Midwest and like a lost fucking Kansas girl, dude.
Yeah.
She's
True.
out there getting her SJP on, dude, like eating brunches.
Yeah, I'll be like, chill.
She's like, you know what's really great? Avocado toast. She goes, oh my God, Shane says. Avocado. She goes,